Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it. We're going to get into it. Listen, if you are subscribed to me, please make sure that your notifications are turned on. Turn it off and then turn it back on. And make sure that you're subscribed. Because, honey, they unsubscribing them left and right. And I need y'all in my circle because who else I'm going to talk about the mess with? Okay? So, child, let's get into it. So when the episode first opens up, Mia is all in her feels after the truth was spoken. It's your turn this season, Mia. It's on you. So what you gonna do? Baby, it's your turn to get it. Okay, you sat back and kikied and threw drinks and followed behind Gizelle and Rob, and now it's your turn. Girl, I know you didn't think you were gonna skate on by without getting touched. So she's in there crying, and Jacqueline is telling her, don't let people tell you what kind of mother you are. You're a great mother. At the table, Gizelle is saying, when Gordon was on TMZ, he was very hurt. Now, let me just say this. Gordon is no saint either. This is karma for rolling around in that sand in Miami with Mia. Now she rolling around with bruh man from the 5th floor. Yeah, the 5th floor of y'all building. That's her man. And that's what your ass get. Because there's no reason that you should have been rolling around with Mia while you were still married. You cheated on your wife and Mia cheated on you. What goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. So, I mean, you just got what you get, honey. So they carry right on, honey, like Mia ain't even crying. Gizzard then gets up and passes out a bucket hat to Wendy, saying that their relationship is in the bucket or whatever. And apparently they're meeting up. Now, Wendy started to do that little rhyme that was on Coming to America, but nobody really understood it because Wendy's comedic timing is sometimes off. And it was just a little bit cringe. But, girl, if you want to go sit down with Gizzard, I guess you should be wearing a dunce hat, agreeing to meet up with Gizelle. Moving forward. So Mia and Jacqueline, they come back to the table because wasn't nobody chasing behind them. And child, they don't give a damn. Baby, they don't give a damn. The party is over. Now, Gizelle did say she didn't mean to make Mia cry or whatever, child, but they don't care, child. In the next scene, we see a little montage. We see Karen at the house with Ray. Mia is at home with the kids, proving these heifers wrong. And over on the other side of the town, Gizelle and Wendy are meeting for dinner. They're going to discuss this meeting they had with HR, and they ain't fooling me. Because they told Gizzard, listen, Gizzard, okay, pull yourself up by your damn bootstraps and act like you got some sense. You see how we let Rob go? Okay. Okay. No, but seriously, though, they went to meet. It was so awkward. Now, you can tell that Gizelle would rather do anything other than be here. She would rather have a V8 than to sit in front of Wendy, and she ain't fooling me. Side note, Wendy, you look cute, girl. I don't know if y'all were going to 2 different types of restaurants or what is happening. The feathers and the, and all the zhuzh. It's cute, but I don't think, Gizelle deserved all the feathers and whatnot. So let's see where this fake conversation is going to go. They order their food and their drinks. Okay, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. Giselle then tells Wendy that she wants to hear what she has to say. She's like, I'm ready to listen to you. Tell me how you feel, because I feel like when you get mad, you're good when you're good, but when you get mad, it's like you talk down to people, and I don't like that. She feels like Wendy talks to people condescendingly. Okay, and who are you? You started with her. Don't come for them unless they send for you. See, the thing is, nobody would bother you if you don't bother them first. That lady was fine with you. She was helping Rob pack up them bedazzled ass gas station hats. She was right there with you, Sarah, all of that. But then y'all started talking about Wendy got her boobs done and she got this done. It's because Eddie's following women on Instagram, and y'all started it. See, we got to begin at the beginning because y'all are starting in the middle. Then Wendy says that she doesn't like the way that Gizelle alienates people. So then Gizzard said it's because if she don't like you, then she don't speak. Shout out to Cardi B. Okay, so if I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't F with you. I feel like this was a waste of time. Gizelle still calling the shots. She took zero accountability for how the relationship got there. But, okay, child, if Wendy, you accept it. If you like it, I love it. Moving forward. So after sweeping a few seasons under the rug, they start in on Mia and her man being a short king, honey, his short king status. They start kikiing about that. Now, it was funny when Gizelle said they don't see eye to eye. I kind of chuckled just a little bit, but not enough. Baby Rob at home punching the air. Do y'all hear me? Giselle made her swear off Wendy. Wouldn't even invite her kids to that field day in the park. Only for her to leave and then they make up. Child, this is a fool. In the next scene, Stacey is at home with her daughter and we're getting to know her a little bit. She tells us she's from Detroit. Stacey has told us she's from Detroit about 5 times so far. Okay, Stacey, what up, though? So her and her husband, they still live together, but they don't sleep in the same room. Now, mind you, they are going through a divorce. Ain't no way. It just ain't no way. The last time we saw that was Robin and Juan. Nope, absolutely not. Now, that's probably how the new normal is going or whatever, but I just couldn't do it, y'all. Now, they aren't telling their daughter, Arabella, about the divorce until they decide everything regarding their home life, where she's going to live, what school she's going to go to. Now, she did say that she has an apartment elsewhere, so she tries to be gone when he's there, and then when he's there, she tries to be gone, or however it goes, child. Anyway, never the two shall meet. Now, he is dating someone and she is dating someone as well, but the daughter doesn't know. I mean, it's great that they can coexist in that way. You know, everybody's situation is different. I personally would feel uncomfortable with that. So her daughter is going to Mexico for spring break with her dad, and she's trying to go over a few safety things. The baby speaks 3 languages, but doesn't know her own phone number. I said, now how that work? Babe, we're going to have to work that out. Because if you are somewhere and you don't know your phone number or your address, you are in trouble. And you know what? It was so easy for us when we were younger to know our address and our phone numbers because we didn't have cell phones, baby. You going to get on that landline. And then my mama, she would pick up the other line, honey, to make sure I ain't talking no talk I wasn't supposed to be talking. But now, you know, we have cell phones. And even I have to say I'm guilty of not memorizing numbers like I did back in the day. This before they added the area codes. Remember when the phone numbers used to be 7 digits? Now, this is neither here nor there. It's just a side note. But, baby, teach your children the phone numbers. Okay, because they might not always have access to a cell phone. Moving forward. In the next scene, Kiarna finally showed up. Hey, girl, you look cute. Now, I know it's only episode 2, but Mama got a champagne flute. So she should be in attendance. So she's meeting Karen at her house. They sit down, they start talking about Kiarna's new, well, not her new man, but her man and them moving in together. They're building a home, but she's living in his place for now. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam. Ain't no way there's no moving in or building a house for that matter with the boo thing. No, thank you. No, thank you. Now, she did say the last time that she lived with a man was 9 years ago when she was living with her fiance who has soon passed. And my condolences to you, Kiarna. But I really I don't know. It's like a caution sign that happens with me when I hear people say that they're building homes with people who they're not really tied to. Because a person will wake up in the morning and feel totally different. You know, they go to bed one way and then wake up and be like, yeah, nah, this ain't working. I can't do it. So they sit down, they start talking. Kiarna is asking how Karen is. And Karen was like, girl, I had a birthday party. Why weren't you at the hat party? Because Gizelle didn't invite her. So she's like, what hat party? I didn't know anything about it. Okay, see, Gizelle's still on that BS. She probably mad that she took Robin's place and she ain't fooling me. I know she don't call herself doing that on Ashley's behalf because her little unhinged, no home training having friend started all that drama at that GNA event. So why are you leaving Kiarna out? This lady just does not know how to act right. Girl, what is wrong with you? She is always leaving someone out. That is so childish. She can't stand a pretty woman. Always trying to make somebody earn their spot. This is not your sorority, big sister Gizzard. It is not. So then Karen brings up the fact that they're having another event, so maybe she'll invite her to the GNA event. Karen said, no, I'm good. Last time I went somewhere with these heifers, I ended up in the back of an ambulance, as Sheree would say. Somebody call ambulance. I ended up in the back of an ambulance. So no, I'm good. Moving forward. Now, she did ask about the girls. She was like, how are the girls doing? Karen says, oh, they're good, but I feel like it was too soon for me to be around the girls because it felt like an inquisition. She's like, yeah, I just want to know who's the real B that's on my side. That's what I want to know. Karen, please. You cannot expect to have something like that come out and nobody ask you questions. Girl, that's actually quite insane. That's ridiculous. Because if it were anyone else, y'all would be asking questions. Actually, the way that you turned it on Mia should be studied. Because, child, we forgot why we were there after you got through turning it on Mia and her flip-flopping these men in and out her bed. They didn't even ask all the questions that they could have asked you. Karen, you just want blind loyalty, honey. I think that maybe the fans have gotten to your head because we know that you're a fan favorite. We know. The people love the Grand Dame. Don't get me wrong. I like Karen. I respect her. But at the same time, girl, these women have a right to ask you questions about some stuff that's all over everywhere. Girl, bye. In the next scene, Ashley is meeting up with Stacey. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I would not invite Ashley into my home. Something about her energy just throws me off. No, you will not dot my threshold. The same way Karen flew out of that house when Gizelle came. That's the same way I would be flying out of that house when Ashley come. So they're going for a hike. They start talking about who cuts the grass. Stacey is like, I don't know. Should I know that? Child, anyway. Ashley, I just want to ask you, is that GNA? Girl, you went GNA down to the hike. Okay, girl. So Ashley getting all in her business like she liked to do. And she's asking Stacey if her husband still lives there. She said yes. Now, Ashley gonna have enough nerve to get in a confessional and say, girl, no. Ma'am, pot, meat, kettle. How dare you say anything about somebody's living arrangements and what they're doing? Because you still playing in our face 3 seasons later. And you ain't fooling me. So I do not know why you're up here like you're so appalled. Girl, I wouldn't be living with him. You were just laying head to foot with Michael in that penthouse. Girl, anyway. So Stacey is asking Ashley her nationality. And Ashley says she identifies as a black woman, but she's biracial. So she said, well, what about your boys? Like, what are you doing for them? Ashley said, well, I'm having a hard time with that because I feel like they don't see themselves like their peers, and because they're black. And the only exposure that they have is her side of the family. And Ashley, I'm surprised that you're even having this conversation. I appreciate it being had, but this is tough because you want to make sure your children don't feel deprived of who they are. Stacey said that her family lives in Detroit, so it kind of limits the amount of black women that her daughter is around. Ma'am, what are you talking about? Now, she's telling Ashley that her daughter is very proud of her German side, but she wants her daughter to be proud of her black side as well. Well, ma'am, what are you doing to expose her to her black side? Like, there are plenty of black people where you are. Freaking DC, Chocolate City. What are you talking about? You don't have to be in Detroit to get exposed to black people. I was like, what are you saying? Anyway, moving forward. Ashley being nosy, and she's asking if, Stacey is seeing someone. She told her that she is. She loves someone. He's a devout Christian. He came to audition to work at QVC and they became friends and they're together, but they are not intimate. Well, baby, what she say that for? Ashley was like, not intimate. And girl say, what now? 16 years and you ain't had no brand new D and now you got a D attached to a M, a man, and you ain't taking it? Girl, you crazy. She's telling Ashley they don't do nothing but pray and work out. Praise the Lord. Why on earth would you tell Ashley anything? Okay. Now, let me just help you, Stacey. A, never tell Ashley your business. B, why are you telling us? Some things we don't need to know. Now, I like Stacey, but I don't know why I have a feeling that she may be a 1-season wonder. And that's what it's giving. And Stacey, I'm going to need you to have studied Ashley. She going to bring this up and then smile afterwards. She cannot be trusted. Also, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do this differently. If you want to wait, girl, then go on wait. I mean, we ain't getting no younger though. I'm just saying. But if you want to wait, do you? Ashley talking about, well, it couldn't be me. Ma'am, just the sight of Michael season 1 had me saying the same damn thing. Ew, couldn't be me. Especially when he dipped down low and picked it up slow. It couldn't be me. Oh, child, it couldn't be me. Don't be so quick to judge from your glass house, okay? In the next scene, Karen goes over to Gizelle's house. So she had a driver. Here go Gizelle. Oh, you have a driver? She said, yeah, I'm getting a driver. She said you had one. Blue eyes. And that's what was confusing me. She said, oh, well, I'm getting a new one. Yeah, she must not be friends with Blue Eyes no more, child. Anywho, she's over there. Gizelle is baking cookies. And side note, Gizelle, them cookies looked good. I said, girl, them cookies look actually good. Gizelle is asking her if she had a good hatitude party. Karen was like, look, I felt like it was an inquisition and that drink that you made was a dig. And Gizelle, you know how she likes to pretend like she doesn't know what's going on. No, it really wasn't a dig. Anyway, what are you talking about? Karen, you should be used to it by now. Okay, so let's just move on. Now, Karen did bring up giving Wendy a bucket hat, and that was a little bit too much. So Gizelle starts recapping this sit down like Wendy was the only one doing and saying things, and she had to apologize to get in her good graces. What is happening? Anyway, I don't even have time for that. If y'all want to play in our faces and think we're crazy, then go ahead. Gizelle brought up Jacqueline having questions, but she didn't ask any of the questions. So then Karen said, yeah, she's in timeout right now because she made a little comment about we'll have to wait and see. And I didn't like that. Yeah, she also said you be drunk dialing, but you ain't heard it from me. So then Karen brings up Kay not being invited, and Gizelle starts lying, talking about I just couldn't fit too many people in that room. Like I couldn't fit them. Okay, well, what you could have done is you could have left Jacqueline off the list. She could have stayed at the house. Kiarna is in the opening holding a champagne flute. She should have been in attendance. And Jacqueline, with her thirst, she should have been at home quenching it with a bottle of water. Just please stop. So then they started talking about her and Ashley's G&A event. It's a cocktail hour, and the Brain Tumor Society will be there also. It's in honor of her father. So Karen is asking her, well, what can I do to help you? Gizelle said, I just want you to show up. So then she told Gizelle, well, I'm getting an award, but it's going to be early Friday, but I won't miss your event. She's like, so what time is the event? She said, oh, I don't even know. Ma'am, how don't you know what time an event is that's giving you an award? Karen, you might have a little line problem, because I have never been told that I will be the recipient of an award, and I don't know what time the award show is in order to tell people to come and see me receive this award. Karen, that's a lie. So Gizelle is in the confessional, right? And she said she also got an invite for the same event months ago, and Karen was not being honored. So she thinks that Karen asked to be honored so she could say, look at me, I'm being honored despite my 9 citations. Now, me personally, I do not think that she asked to be honored at this event. Do I think she was an alternate choice? Absolutely. Do I think these people have not done their research and don't realize that they are attaching whatever it is they're doing to Karen in her citations? Absolutely. Moving forward. So then we see Gizelle, and she's telling us that Karen sent out a text message at 6:30 a.m. about there being 2 events and that she wants them to go to both, but transportation will be provided for the ladies. Now Karen and Gizelle's events are at the same damn time. So Gizelle is mad because her event is in honor of her father, and all of the ladies had already RSVP'd, and she wants to know what they're going to be honoring. Karen for missing Bambi while driving under the influence, her hitting a tree. Like, what are y'all honoring exactly? Now, Karen, you done pissed me off, because I do not. Listen to me when I say this, y'all. I do not like to side with Gizzard. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And Karen, you wrong for that. You know full well that Gizelle's event was on the books already. Plus, it's a charity event. And I hate to side with Gizelle, but Karen, you should have done your thing and left the ladies out of the invite. The cameras were not even in attendance. Okay? And we're back. I knew this new Karen and Gizelle kumbaya moment wasn't gonna last. Like, otherwise, the episodes would be boring, child. In the next scene, it's the next day, and it's the day of the dueling events. Gizelle is there to see the setup. She's telling us that her dad was getting a CAT scan, and that's how they found out he had a tumor, and 12 days later, he passed. And that is awful. You know what? Sometimes they can really be negligent. It's very important that you advocate for yourself. If something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. And don't let them prescription you to death. Don't let them antibiotic you to death. Don't let them, it's just an anxiety attack you to death. Don't let them tell you it's a migraine. Baby, I have them run every test. Actually, what I do, okay, and I'm not giving y'all any medical advice or whatever, but if I feel like it's something, I go and Google the symptoms of the something that it could be, and I tell them I have all those symptoms in order for them to run those tests. Baby, y'all will not kill me. Do you hear me? Y'all will not. So Ashley arrived next, and they're talking about the fact that Gizelle doesn't want any of the women there because they got invites months ago. And the fact that they're even thinking about going to Karen's event is pissing her off. So Ashley is like, well, let's just play it by ear. Maybe they'll be here by 8. Karen, you knew that this was for her father. She told you that. And you knew days ago that you were not going to both events. And you wanted the ladies to prove their loyalty to you because for some reason, you feel like they supposed to be down for you no matter your behavior. So I think this was your way of trying to figure out, are y'all down with me or what? So Gizelle's event is underway, right? Vivian showed up. Y'all know the lady that has the gowns, the beautiful gowns. And Gizelle was kind of surprised because that's Karen's friend. But like she said, I RSVP'd for this, so I'm here. And that's only right. But baby, on this Sprinter, The ladies are talking about how Karen invited them after the fact and is putting everyone in an uncomfortable position. Well, this is where you make decisions for yourself, because if she gave me an invite the day of, I'm not coming. It's just as simple as that. I am not coming to your event. I already promised someone else that I would be there. So then Jacqueline arrived to G&A's event next, but the other ladies, they're calling Ashley talking about, we gonna be there around 8:30. Ashley said it ends at 9. Yeah, at this point, don't even come. Now, they did switch it to 8, but I still got an attitude. Just don't come. Y'all know what this reminds me of, and y'all know I'm always go back to RHOA. This reminds me of the time that the ladies went to LA and they were supposed to do a dinner party at Nene's LA house, and the ladies showed up at 11 p.m. and the dinner was at 9. You think you finna pull up in my house and put a fork down your mother throat? Good night. And that's for real. And she was like, you got to go. The thing is, I would have gone to the G&A event first if I was going to both, because I know that I've already RSVP'd for that one. Plus, the event started first. To add to that, I'm going to have my own driver to drive me where I need to go. I'm not about to be stuck on no Sprinter. Karen, now you want to provide professional transportation? Girl, if you don't go, Gizelle don't even want them to come at this point. Ashley and Gizelle go over there and talk to the two guests that did come, Vivian and Jacqueline. And Gizelle is telling Jacqueline that Karen is not feeling her. And of course, you know, Jacqueline thinks this is her invitation to be involved. Girl, gone. At Karen's event, the entire cast is there. Karen said that she's more likable, so the ladies are there with her. Girl, it's not even about all that. Okay? It's really not. Wendy and Kiana, they're staying behind. Now, I definitely do get that, because Kiana went to a G&A event and got her head cracked wide open, had to get some stitches. You will not mess up my makeup tonight. We do not know when unhinged Deborah will be lurking in the rafters, so I wouldn't go to that. Wendy just got her feathers out of a bunch, so she's going to watch Karen receive her award, and I don't blame her for that. Moving forward. So all the other ladies are on the road trying to make it to the G&A event. They get there when everything is just about over, and baby, what they do that for? Gizelle cut them right off at the door. She's like, nope, y'all gotta go. Security. Baby, this is a mess. Security need to pull me to the motherfucking side. I don't think so. Honey, shout out to Nene. They could have let Karen know that they would come to her after, because the thing is, as I'm watching this, when they left Karen's event, she had not even gotten her award yet. So y'all went over there for nothing. Why did you even go over there? Not y'all being kicked out of a G&A event. Child, ain't no way. I've been kicked out of better places. And that was the end of the episode. So child, that's pretty much what went down. Okay, so let's wrap this thing up. Let's put it in a nice little bow. Ashley met with Stacey. They were going on a hike, but really they was just walking, child. Wasn't no hiking going on. And she was getting all in Stacey's business. And Stacey said her man be down on his knees, but it's not for what you think he be praying. Gizelle and Karen are having dueling events. Karen, being messy, decided to send an invite and transportation to the ladies so that they could come to her event instead of going over there to G&A. G&A is not what we think. Okay, it's not giving joggers. It's actually giving something else. And Gizelle wanted to honor her father. Wendy met with Feathers down to Giselle's dinner so they could talk, but really it was giving HR told us to get together and act like we had some damn sense. And that is the end of the wrap up. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about the episode. Come back next week. Thank you so much for showing up for episode 1, y'all. I was a little bit nervous that y'all wasn't going to show up. Listen, at the end of the day, we just watching and talking. Okay. I feel like this is just my job at the end of the day. So I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up, listening to the reviews, and coming back every week. Please come back next week, because I'm going to talk to y'all in the comment section. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.